Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you and praise you for this time, Lord. We thank you, God, for this gym. We thank you, God, for the school. We pray, God, that you bless Jenkins. We pray, God, that you bring order and peace and love and prosperity to the Jenkins Middle School and to all the schools that are represented here. We just lift up all the students to you, Lord, and we pray, God, that their homes are safe. We pray for their parents, Lord, that their parents are protected, that their parents will be prosperous, that their parents will know how to show love and mercy and grace and will walk in your word. Thank you and praise you for your word rule in all areas of our lives. I just thank you for these young men, Lord, truly they will become great and mighty men and that they will do great deeds, Lord, that you will be glorified. We thank you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen. Hey, I'm just so excited to see what you guys are going to do with your lives. Because you all got to understand, you're all very important. You're not only important to your parents, you're not only important to the school, you're not only important to me, but you're important to the whole world. And I just hope you guys get that through your head, that you are very, very important. So take yourself real seriously. Right? Don't let anybody put you down. Don't let anybody tell you you won't amount to anything. And don't let anybody tell you that you're stupid or that you just won't accomplish anything at all. God has created you in a marvelous way, and God has created you to do great things. Amen? All right, let's stand and read the Apostles' Creed. Come on. Read it out for your love. Can't wait, can't you? You're so excited to read the Apostles' Creed. I can understand that. I'm like you. All right, ready? On the table. All right, ready? I believe in God the Father Almighty, maker of heaven and earth, and in Jesus Christ, the Son of our Lord, who was conceived by the Holy Spirit, born of the Virgin Mary, suffered under Pontius Pilate, was crucified, dead, and buried. The third day he rose from the dead. He ascended into heaven, and sitteth at the right hand of God the Father Almighty. From thence he shall come to judge the quick and the dead. I believe in the Holy Spirit, the Holy Catholic Church, the communion of saints, the forgiveness of sins, the resurrection of the body, and the life everlasting. Amen. All right. Good job, guys. Good job. All right, so we're talking about God the Father creating heaven and earth. We're talking about Jesus Christ representing him so that we can know who the Father is. We talked about that Jesus Christ was totally God, totally human, because he was conceived by the Holy Spirit, born of Virgin Mary. We talked about how he suffered, humiliated himself by being crucified on the cross, naked. He was buried, dead and buried, and then he rose from the dead, ascended into heaven, and is at the right hand of God the Father Almighty. And we're going to talk about from there in heaven, he will come to judge everyone, both those who are alive and those who are dead. All right, so we're going to read a passage right now from Matthew chapter 27, and we're talking about when Jesus was arrested and before he was crucified, right? So meanwhile, the leading priests, those are the church people, and the elders persuaded the crowd to ask for Barabbas and to be released and for Jesus to be put to death. So what's happening here? Whenever there's a certain time in the Passover, it's a Jewish celebration, where they normally would release one prisoner, just as a goodwill to the people. So Jesus was arrested just before Passover, and so the governor decided to release one prisoner, and then, so they had this person who was a rebel and also Jesus in prison. So he asked the crowd, which one should he release? This was a criminal, and Jesus was innocent. All Jesus did was perform miracles, heal people, preach about the good news of God, and yet the crowd shouted for Barabbas to be released, who is a criminal. What are you guys doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Jesus to be crucified. So they wanted the guilty to be released and the innocent to be crucified. And the reason for that is that the religious people were jealous of yeah, so they decided to the people, the religious people, stir up the crowd to ask for the criminal and to kill Jesus, the innocent person who is God, who came to die for our sins. The crowd shouted, Barabbas. Pilate responded, that's the governor. Then what should I do with Jesus, who is called the Messiah? They shouted back, crucify him. Why? Pilate demanded. What crime has he committed? But the mob roared even louder, crucify him. Pilate saw that he was not getting anywhere, and that a riot was developing. So he sent for a bowl of water and washed his hands before the crowd, saying, I am innocent of this man's blood. The responsibility is yours. So he said to the crowd, you are responsible for his death. I'm not, which is not true, because he would have defied the crowd and not killed Jesus, right? And all the people yelled back, we will take responsibility for his death, we and our children. So Pilate released Barabbas to them. He ordered Jesus flogged with a lead-tipped whip. Then he turned him over to the Roman soldiers to be crucified. All right, how many of you think that it was right for Pilate to crucify Jesus? Let me see a show of hands. Nobody? So that wasn't justice, right? That wasn't right. What would you have wanted Pilate to do with Jesus? Let Jesus, and the criminal who was a murderer there was guilty, and yet the crowd chose the innocent person and released the guilty person. All right. So let me ask you guys a question. Suppose, suppose he's on the team, right? And Mays is on the team, right? The basketball team. And let's say I'm gonna make you the bad guy, okay? But I know you're not a bad guy, you're a nice guy. But I'm gonna make you the bad guy. That's all right. Alright. So Mays is the sixth man. He doesn't get to start. Alright? And the season is going on and he's getting real upset and he's getting angry. And he decided, listen, the only way he can get into the game is if he gets Amara off the team. Right? So he waits until there's no one around, and when Amari's coming out and nobody's around, he hit him over the head with a lead pipe, knock him down, and then he stomps on his hand and grinds it until all the bones are broken.
That's too much.
And he can't play basketball anymore. Alright? Nobody knows what happened, right? The only two people know what happened, right? Is the victim and the perpetrator. Right? He's not deceased. so he goes to the police and he reports me, right? But when he comes to trial, he just denies everything, and he gets a friend to say that he wasn't even in the area. He was out of town at the time. So they couldn't convict him, he went free. How many of you would be upset if that happened? All of you, right? Alright, what kind of punishment or what kind of justice would you demand? Would you demand that the authorities kill the person who did that to you? Is that justice? Appropriate? No? How about if they just said to him, you were bad, don't do it again, okay? Are you sorry? And he said, I'm sorry, sir. And go, how about that? That's good? That's too light, right? Alright, then suppose they broke his hand and he can't play basketball, right?
Yeah.
You think that would be appropriate?
Yes.
Alright, what would be appropriate? What would be appropriate? Put him in jail? For life? Wow. Okay. What would be appropriate? You said no. What would be appropriate? Probation. You mean go home? I got that. Wow. after break, never stay here anytime and you can't play basketball ever. Alright, what else? Huh? What? What? Poison. Wow. So kill it. What it is, what it is. Huh? Jail time. So you think lock it for how long? Huh? Okay. Well, you know, it's interesting, right? It's interesting. Now, the Bible in the Old Testament said that an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. So just like how he would make his victim not be able to play basketball and be crippled in one hand, then he also need to understand what he did and to experience that same thing, which is living with a crippled hand. But that's the Old Testament. But the interesting thing is that all of you realize that there has to be justice, right? So even if he's not convicted in this life, we have to, because we believe in perfect justice, there has to be a God who knows everything, who is impartial, and who will execute justice in the end. So even if he lives his whole life and never pays for that, we believe that Jesus, when he comes again, will make that right. He will set it right, and that person will not escape perfect justice. And because we believe in perfect justice, that's why we have courts, that's why we have the police, that's why we have, that's why your parents correct you when you do something wrong. Because your parents are teaching you that there's a right and there's a wrong. And without God, there's no way to know what's right or wrong. But God has put it in our heart that we yearn for justice. We yearn that when somebody does something wrong, they are punished. When someone does something right, they are rewarded. Now, what happens when we are the person who did the wrong thing? Suppose you were the one who attacked that the other person. What kind of justice would you demand for yourself? Jail time, you demand jail time for yourself? You're an honest man. How many of you demand the same punishment for yourself that you demand for someone else? Like suppose, say he attacked him, right? And injured him. Would you be as angry with him as if you had attacked him yourself? Would you be as angry with yourself? Would you be a little bit more lenient with yourself and angry with the other person? We tend to do that, don't we? We tend to make excuses for ourselves. So if we lie, we have an excuse for lying. If we steal, oh, we needed it. I mean, that person has more than one, two of it anyway, so he's not going to miss it. But if somebody steals something from you, oh, you want to beat them up. Even if they're returning, you think something should happen to them, right? So when someone does something wrong to us, we tend to want to do something, we want them to be punished severely, but when we do something wrong to somebody, we often make excuses and say, well, you know, we didn't really mean it, it was an accident or something like that. Or the person's not going to miss it, it's not that bad. Right? But in our hearts, God has placed, because we're made in His image, God has placed a need for justice in us. We yearn for what's good, and we shun what's bad. All right? So the crowd was so incensed, was so angry, and so hateful to Jesus that when Pilate told them that they are responsible, they said, yeah, we'll take the responsibility and we'll also place it on our children. And it's important to understand that whatever you do, whatever you decide to do, if you decide to do something wrong, it not only affects the person you wrong, but it also affects the people around you, and maybe even affect your future generation. It doesn't mean that they are doomed, but it means that suppose you end up stealing something and you go to prison, that's going to affect your family, right? If you're married and have children. So always remember, it's easy to be selfish and it's easy to think only of yourself, but remember, every time when you're in school,
And when you decide not to listen to the teacher, or you decide to disrupt the class, or you decide to fight, it affects everybody in the school. Because if you get into a fight and it becomes a big thing, what's going to happen in the school the next day? Everybody going to talk about it, right? So some people are going to divide the community. Some going to be for you, some going to be against you. You may even have more fights over that, right? What else is going to happen? Yeah, you already get in trouble. Fine, you're going to get in trouble, and that's going to put pressure on your parents, right? Because your parents are going to have to come to school. They'll be embarrassed, and they'll know they didn't do anything, but now they're sitting in front of the principal, and they have to answer why you're acting like this. And then the other thing is that the school is going to become even stricter than it was before. So now they just don't trust anybody. You can't go to the bathroom by yourself. You can't go out to the office by yourself. You guys have escorts, all right? Walk around. Yeah. Whereas, and it's not because all of you are irresponsible. It's not that all of you are causing trouble. It's just a small number of people who refuse to live according to for what's good for the whole school. So you've got to understand everything you do, and that's what it means to start growing up. To start taking responsibility for people around you and for your community, like your class and your school. It's not all about you. Right? You are made to live in community with people. So the crowd was so selfish. I mean, they're willing to throw their children onto the bus. So who made the universe? God. Who sets the rules? God. So when you break the rules that God has laid down, who are you sinning against? Who are you wronging? God. So how can you have justice when you wrong God, when you decide, God, I don't care what you say, you may have created yours, but I'm bigger than you, I don't have to listen to you. Speak to the hand. You turn your back on God and say, God, I'm not even listening to you. You have nothing on me, I don't care about you. What do you do about that? How do you resolve that? How do you make yourself right with God? Because you deserve punishment, right? Yeah, you ask for forgiveness. And is he obligated to forgive you? He has to forgive you? No, he doesn't have to forgive you. What's the one condition? Under what condition does he forgive you?
You ask for it.
But you can never erase what you did already, right? So suppose you curse God out and tell God, get off here, get out of here, right? I'm taking over. No matter what you do afterwards, you have already done that, right? You can't go back in time and correct that. So you could do all the good deeds for the rest of your life. You still have that blemish there on your record. And when you die, and God is in heaven, where there's no sin, no wrong, nothing is perfect, how can you come into heaven with God? Because once you come in with that blemish, now heaven has a blemish on it, right? Now there's sin in heaven, so it's no longer heaven. So somehow that sin in the past, whatever you did, has to be paid for. You have to pay for it to wipe it clean. And the Bible tells us that the wages of sin is what? Who knows what the wages of sin is? Death. All right, so if you tell one lie, that's a sin. If you steal one thing, that's a sin. The wages of sin is death. Yeah, I mean, because you have rejected, if you reject God, then who is there to give you life? God gives us life. So if you reject life, you basically embrace death, right? So that's why Jesus came to die on the cross for us. Instead of us dying, Jesus came to die on the cross for us, so that when this body, this natural body dies, our soul will be with God. Because the penalty of death had to be paid. And the only person who can pay it perfectly is someone who never sinned. Because if Jesus had sinned, you die for his own sin. But because he never sinned, when he died, that justified the sin that we had. So that's why he had to be perfect to die on the cross for us. So, so if you want to live in heaven when you die here on earth, you accept the gift that Jesus gave with his blood. And that's what the whole gospel is. We turned our back on God, and there's no way we could have corrected it, because no, we can go back and correct whatever we did. But Jesus Christ, God loved us so much that he sent his only Son, that if we believe in him, we would never perish but have eternal life. So your decision, as always, is to decide whether you're going to live for yourself or you're going to live for Christ. And that's what it's all about. That's what it means about accepting Christ. Are you going to please man, live to please the people around you, or are you going to live to please God and accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? And therefore, because he died for you, you are going to live for him in this life, knowing that when you die, you will live with him forever. What you do in this life is almost like a rehearsal, like basketball practice before the real game. Right? You live now as how you're going to live in eternity. So people who don't live to please God will be separated from God for all eternity. What's that? When you're separated from God from all eternity, what's that? Hell, right? That's hell. So people who live now to please God will live forever to please him, and that's in heaven. Amen? Amen. So it says that from thence he will come to judge all who are living and all who died before he came. Now we don't know when he's coming. He could come tonight, he could come tomorrow, nobody knows. So the decision is always right now when you make that decision. And you need to understand that God loves you, God created you special, and he created you for a purpose. And that God has a great purpose for you, and if you accept Jesus Christ and start to live for him, he's going to lead you in the path that you need to go, and that will lead you to eternal life. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you and praise you for what you're doing in the lives of these young men, Lord. I thank you, God, that you are creating a way for them, you're making a way for them that will lead unto eternal life. And I pray, oh God, that they will accept that, they will walk in it, and that they will rejoice in it. We know, God, that the way is not easy. We know that, God, that it may be filled with tears, but we know, God, that you will never leave or forsake us. You will always be by our side. And even though we may be filled with difficulty, we will always have joy because you will be with us. We thank you and we praise you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.